Cape Cod Broadcasting weaves the listening environments of 99.9 WQRC, Ocean 104.7, WFCC Classical 107.5, Cape Country 104, and CapeCon.com's website experience to reflect the lifestyles of the people who live, work, and play on Cape Cod. We hope that you enjoy this podcast.
I'm Laura Reckford, and this is Sunday Journal. I'm here in the studio with Chris Dower, Interim Executive Director of Community Action Committee of Cape Cod and Islands. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Laura. It's good to see you again.
Now, we're going to be talking more specifically about the agency's Thanksgiving program, Thanksgiving Baskets for Cape Codders, during the show today. But let's start with an overview of what Community Action Committee does and what the agency is.
Community Action Committee of Cape Cod and Islands actually came to be in the mid-1960s, as that's when it was created, and it was primarily an advocacy agency to help people in the war on poverty to be able to access housing, food, a variety of things that health care, a variety of things that people needed in order to be self-sufficient and move on, and was very active, actually, in, when you think about it, back into the days when there was the marches into Washington and the buses. Dick Bigos, who was the original director, used to get buses full of people and bring them down to Washington and the Washington Mall and participate in a lot of advocacy activities. As time has gone by, the agency has moved forward a little. It still does advocacy, but now there's a lot of programs involved as well. Currently, we have quite a variety. We run Safe Harbor, which is a domestic violence shelter, and what it does is it helps women with children or pregnant women who are victims of domestic violence. They have a place to come. They come through actually the Department of Transitional Assistance. They stay with us for a period of time while we work with them to access stabilized housing. We also have what's called Child Care Network, and it does two things. One of them is it provides information and referral for individuals who are looking for child care and education for their young children. And the second thing that it does is provides child care vouchers to help defray the cost of child care for people who meet the economic guidelines. Another program that we've been working with for quite a while now in different forms is called our Navigator program. And what it does is it helps people access public health care. And it provides both information and assistance in actually accessing the health care that's been available through the Obama administration.
So a wide range of programs, and with all the different programs, I think you're really just touching on them, actually, that you have so many different things that the agency does. How many clients would you say you have overall?
I would say we have between 6,000 and 6,500 if you count each of the young people who get vouchers, each of their families involved, all of the people who received either the baskets in Thanksgiving or Toys for Tots through us, or the match program, which actually helps individuals get clothing and toys as well as in the holidays.
So helping people throughout all the Cape's 15 towns plus the islands. And as you said, the agency started in the 60s and has evolved over the years. And so what is the current mission of the agency?
Well, right now, the basic mission comes down to, in like 2 or 3 words, basically comes down to helping people become self-sufficient. And all the programs that we have really are based on that activity, is helping people move into self-sufficiency.
And, of course, you're located just down the road here on North Street in Hyannis. And coincidentally, when you bring up self-sufficiency, I think you're in the same building with JTech, which is helping people to find jobs. So there's a lot of cooperation there.
Right. We're in the same building with Career Opportunities, which is JTech's operational arm, which, as you say, helps people find jobs. The good news is, and what we found was very interesting, is that a lot of the people who came to Career Opportunities also came to Community Action Committee and vice versa. So we had many shared clients that we didn't even know we had until they moved in. So it's actually a one-stop shop, both to help get access to some of the programs that help you financially maintain your ability to, receive clothing, health care, and a variety of the main basic things that people need. And then at the same time, you have the opportunity to access opportunities for employment and help to get a new job or to upgrade your skills and go on to another job. So it's a great one-stop shop for people.
Very interesting collaboration. Also helps with that thing that we're always talking about is not having people duplicate services. These two agencies that help people really, really working together.
Yes.
I'm Laura Reckford, and this is Sunday Journal. I'm talking to Chris Dower of Community Action Committee of Cape Cod and Islands, and we're focusing in on their Thanksgiving program. Chris, tell us about the Thanksgiving program and how long this program has been going on, because I think you've been doing it for many years at this point.
We have been. We've been doing this for 7 to 8 years now at this point, and with a great deal of success, thanks to all of the people who provide us with either actual gift baskets or gift cards to be able to purchase baskets and make baskets, or people who donate turkeys. We've served a lot of people over the many years that we've been doing this. Last year, we actually had 178 needy families that we worked with. The year before that, it was 210, and the number comes and goes based on the need in the area at this particular time. There are a lot of organizations that work on helping people at Thanksgiving, and we try to fill all the gaps that remain.
How do you see the trends of the program in terms of how many people you help in the 7 or 8 years you've been doing it? Has it been going up and down but staying around 200?
It has been going up and down, and it's averaged a little bit more than 200 in prior years. What happened is Community Action moved into, as we talked about, career opportunities a couple years ago, and people weren't quite sure what that really meant and weren't sure where they were located for a while. So it slowed down the number of people coming in that were needy, and at the same time, it kind of changed the donor base a little bit. But now people are beginning to realize where we are. Already, we have 88 families as of last night signed up to receive baskets. And what I would also do with this opportunity is encourage people who need some help during the Thanksgiving season to please come to Community Action Committee, and I'll give you a phone number afterwards, and actually let us know that you need help, and then we'll do something to help you out and get you a basket for Thanksgiving.
And I was curious how that works out. So do people just call in? Do they need to fill out forms or prove income or anything like that? How do they sign up to be helped by this?
The way that they would sign up to be helped is they can come in. They can call ahead of time just to make sure who they're going to see or what the opportunity times are to come in and sign up. They do fill out an intake form, and it's really a self-attestation for the most part. We don't ask people proof of income, etc. We just ask people if they are in need to come in, complete a short paperwork, and then we put them in the queue. And at that point, we serve people on a first come, first served basis. We anticipate this year doing at least 200 or maybe more baskets, and so we would ask people that are in need to come in, and we'd also ask people who would like to donate to please contact us. There's a couple ways they can do that. One of the ways, and one of the easiest ways, is on our website, which is www.cacci.cc. On there is an entire flyer that tells you specifically what the opportunities are for giving. For example, we have the opportunity first to do all of the fixings for the box, plus a frozen turkey. Or if you don't want to provide the frozen turkey, you could do all the fixings plus a $25 gift card to a local supermarket. Then the family could go and actually buy the turkey themselves. Or if you want, you could just do the regular fixings, which is, and those are things like the potatoes, the carrots, the onions, the celery, squash, green beans, peas, sweet potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, gravy, and a pie mix for either pumpkin pie, apple pie, or some other pie. We just can't accept any frozen pies. We can accept frozen turkeys, but we can't accept frozen pies. We don't have a place to put them at this point in time. So that's, and then the other option is to just donate a turkey, or if people would prefer, they could underwrite the cost of a basket by donating, anywhere between $25 and $60 per basket.
And I guess the thing about donating, I think what a lot of people do, an entire office might get involved, and so
Yes.
they might put a sign-up list in an office in a central location, in the break room, for example, and people can sign up to bring different things. And if you have 10 or 12 people each bringing a thing, all of a sudden you have a basket. Do you have that?
Exactly. We do have that. We also have, it's very interesting, a lot of people, this is an emotional thing for a lot of people when they give, because it's the holidays. They know that there are a lot of people who can't afford and are not in as good position as they are, no matter what position it is. And so they really go all out to decorate the baskets and put bows on them and make them, very much a product of their own family when they give. And it's exciting. It's exciting to see people teaching their children, for example, to give to other families. Sometimes it's a large family affair when they're putting together a basket. So they individualize them, and it's really nice. And it's nice for the receiving family, too, when that happens, because it's not just necessarily just a box. It's something that's decorated, and it's they get a warm feeling. The people who give get a warm feeling. The people who receive get a warm feeling. And it's a great match for the holiday. You really feel like you're doing something.
You're putting together meals for 200 families. How does this go so smoothly? Who participates?
Well, we're very lucky. St. Mary's Church does an awful lot with us, and they have for many years. At this point in time, they're donating 100 turkeys to us, which is wonderful. Ben and Jerry's, actually on Main Street, is very kind to us. What they do is they store all the frozen turkeys for us from the time that they're donated to the time that we need them. And basically, we are taking donations of the actual baskets and turkeys between 10 and 2 on Wednesday, November 19th, and also on Thursday the 20th and the 22nd, and Saturday the 22nd between 10 and 2. And then you could also donate on Friday between 10 and 5, November 21st, and that would be at basically at Community Action on 372 North Street. In addition, anytime you could drop off gift cards if that's what you'd like, or a cash donation at the reception desk. That would be really well received and appreciated. The other thing that can happen is that you can mail it, and you can mail it to CACCI, 372 North Street, Hyannis, Mass. 02601, or go on our website and you could donate through that, which is, as I said before, www.cacci.cc. And I think that the important thing that I want to stress is that I was not doing this last year. We had another staff person that did this event, but the year before that, which was kind of when my beginnings with CAC, we talked about the fact, and I talked about the fact, and I really believe this, that this is a real opportunity for families to reach out to other families and to teach their children the value of giving to others. It's not that we're not asking for a huge donation from anyone. People can donate any part that they'd like. They don't have to donate the whole basket. They can either donate the fixings part or the turkey part, or just give a gift certificate for whatever they can afford to give. And I just think it's a great educational experience for families and children. It's an early beginning. And sometimes, as I said, the families like to decorate the gift boxes that they give. And it's a great thing for kids to be able to, color something and put it in, or, whatever the case may be, or leave a little message, Happy Thanksgiving, to another family. So I think it's a great opportunity.
What do you think is the typical situation of the type of family that benefits from this type of program?
Well, it's many things. You'd be really surprised. Sometimes you think it is, in fact, people, who are not as financially as well off as, their neighbors may be. In addition to that, sometimes it's somebody who recently lost a job. And the result of that is that, with all the other bills that they have to pay, they don't have the funds to be able to really do a nice Thanksgiving for their family. And it can be single mothers, head of household. It can be single fathers, head of household. It can be just about anybody who, for whatever reason, is not in a financial position to really celebrate the holiday the way it should be celebrated.
And again, when I covered this event in the past as a journalist, and you see the families show up, and they're so grateful.
They are very grateful. Everybody is very thankful for what they receive, because otherwise they wouldn't, they would not be able to celebrate the holiday that way. And it's really, really important, I think, for us to try in this country as much as we can to make sure that everybody has, opportunities at the holidays to celebrate and to receive and be in the same basic situation as their neighbor. It's a great thing. And, we're a very, when you look at it, we're a very rich country overall. And it's great to be able to share amongst each other so that we can bring everybody to the point where their family can have a nice holiday.
And we only have a minute or so left, and I didn't want to forget to talk about your Christmas program briefly, because that's another way people can participate and donate and help out at your agency.
Yes, we have a couple of things at Christmas. Basically, we do two things. One, we are a Toys for Tots site for the town of Barnstable, and we are not a drop-off site for Toys for Tots, but we are a pickup site for Toys for Tots. So people that are interested should come and sign up once again with CAC for that if they're from a Barnstable resident. The other thing that we do have ourselves is we do run a match program. And what that is usually for children who are older, who are really not appropriate for most toys. What we do is we assign each child to an individual that volunteers to take them on. They usually buy them clothing, and then they buy them a small toy, and it's more of an adult toy than it is a children's toy. It might be, it's something more for somebody who is a teenager perhaps than it is for somebody who's 5 or 6. Those folks are covered under the Toys for Tot. So we try to make sure the whole family is covered, because oftentimes the family has both teenagers and small children, and we feel it's so unfair if children receive toys and then the older young adults don't receive anything. So we try to make sure to cover everything. So basically, Toys for Tots is a pickup site, but the match program you will get able to be assigned a person, and that you can provide both clothing and some other trinket for.
And just one more time, the agency's address, phone number, and website. This is Community Action Committee of Cape Cod and Islands.
Yes, Community Action Committee of Cape Cod and Islands, 372 North Street, Hyannis, Mass. 02601. Phone number is 508-771-1727, and the website address is www.cacci.cc.
And unfortunately, we're out of time. I've been talking to Chris Dower of Community Action Committee of Cape Cod and Islands. Chris, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me, Laura. I enjoyed it.
I'm Laura Reckford, and this is Sunday Journal.
This podcast is a presentation of Cape Cod Broadcasting, which is solely responsible for its content. Thank you for listening. For more information, please visit us at capecodbroadcasting.com.